Abortion is a very controversial topic between the Republicans and Democrats. Republicans believe that there should be pro-life, which means that people should be able to not have abortions. Meanwhile, Democrats believe it should be pro-choice, which means the mom gets to decide if they have abortion or not. In saying this, 18% of pregnancies, excluding the miscarriages, took place in 2017. As of September 1st, 2019, 29 states were considered harsh towards abortion rights. 14 were considered supportive and 7 were somewhere in between. Do you know what you're doing when you take part in an abortion? Basically, you're ripping a fetus apart, limb by limb, leg by leg, and piece by piece, putting them on a silver platter just to sit in a pile of mush. In saying this, could you imagine having your arm ripped off or your leg ripped off from your body? Imagine the excruciating pain that could take place. The way that your arm is no longer there, the nerve endings that will be damaged. I'll give you a minute to ponder this. In the following, you'll learn some of the stats on abortion, the emotional toll that takes place after an abortion, and the physical effects on the body. From the CDC.org, I have learned that the abortion rate for 2015 was 11.8 abortions per 1,000 women, ages 14 to 44. The abortion ratio was 188 abortions to 1,000 live births. In 2015, which is the most recent year, they have recorded a total of 638,169, which is only 2% less than 2014, which had 652,639 abortions, which is from the Washington Post. The emotional toll that takes place after an abortion includes emotional and psychological effects, which are more prominent than the physical effects and aspects that took place after an abortion. And these feelings can take place from mild regret to more serious complications such as depression. Depression is considered a serious complication because it doesn't just last a week or two after having an abortion. It lasts maybe 2 to 5 months, maybe even a year afterwards. And this came from the AmericanPregnancy.org. The feelings that can occur after having an abortion are called a post-abortion syndrome, which basically means all the feelings like the sadness, the regret, the way that you feel like, oh, I just killed somebody. I just killed my baby. Those are the feelings that are associated with having an abortion. The effects of the body after having an abortion are as follows: abdominal pain and cramping, nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, spotting, and bleeding. Most of these symptoms also take process as you are pregnant as well, except for the spotting and bleeding. When you have a bleeding, it's normal like your period, depending on where you were during your pregnancy, such as the first trimester or second trimester or third trimester. During the first trimester, if you have an abortion, it'll be more of a speeding top light or a light period. Whereas if you have it during your third trimester, you'll have more of a moderate to heavy flow. In saying this, we all are used to having those 2 days of heavy flow, then having those light days afterwards. But when it comes to an abortion, it's either light or really heavy. When you think of having an abortion, you think of, oh, okay, so I'm having my baby pulled out of me, along with the placenta and everything like that. The placenta is the place where the baby is in, having the nutrients and getting everything it needs to survive. Well, when you have an abortion, you have to get the baby cut out of you first and pulled limb by limb, piece by piece, as I stated before. But you also have to deliver the placenta. And delivering the placenta, you have to push it until it comes out, which causes more trauma to your body. And you can also have small blood clots from having this. Do you really know what you're doing when you're taking apart an abortion? Now you do. In the end of this video, you'll have heard the stats on abortion, followed by the emotional toll it takes place on the body, as long as the physical effects. So before you decide you want to have an abortion, remember all the facts stated above, and remember that this is a very big life-changing experience.